I get your very, very last bit on the debut record. Look, the epic ballad, honestly. Now, we've already talked about Harem Scarem sonically being on the higher side of melodic rock, or the harder end of melodic rock. That's where you prefer it to be. But in this one, it's an out-and-out piano ballad. Nearly 15 million streams on Spotify, 6.5 million views on YouTube. With all the rock material you've released over the decades at this point, right up to the latest record, does it piss you off that this song sits top of the tree for the casual listener?
Yeah, I mean, it is especially with the casual listener, because there's still people that just know, because Slowly Slipping Away and Honestly and a little bit No Justice, but not really. It was really the first record, because like what we discussed, the timing of it, that's what people remember. Like in Canada, if anybody even remembers Harem Scarem in Canada, that's what they remember. So right. Nobody would even connect me with that thing and that guy, right? Yeah, and I don't mention it to anybody. So it was always somebody else going, hey, you know that guy there? That was that guy in Harem Scarem. And I'm just like, holy shit, yeah. But yeah, so you're right. And just so you know, and some people listening might not be aware, but the reason that song is still so popular to this day, it actually was a #1 in the Philippines and lots of areas in Asia. And so we had a gold record in the Philippines. We were the first gold record in Warner history in the Philippines 30 years ago. And because that song was a #1, and then right after it, Something to Say, the other ballad, was a #1. And yes. So they kept telling us, oh, they love the ballads, in Asia and specifically in the Philippines. Then there was like Filipino Idol and X Factor and stuff, and all the contestants would always sing that song.
It, right.
Oh, okay, yeah. So go on to YouTube, you can find right. Filipino Idol, like singing Honestly, and then some girl that won put it on her record. So she wins Idol or X Factor, puts it on her record. Then the song goes #1 again, like 10 or 15 years later. She has right. a gold record with it. And so it's a funny little history of this song. And if we go anywhere in the world and we run into anybody that's of Filipino heritage, we go, hey, do you know this song? So we go to the Philippines for the first time about 4 or 5 years ago, and we'd run into people and just for a joke, we'd say, hey, do you know this song? We'd sing a little bit of it. And they go, oh, yeah, Harem Scarem, Honestly. We go, oh, okay, cool. And we'd just walk away. Wouldn't mention, right. We don't look like the people that did it. They had no clue, but just for our own entertainment, we'd love to see if people 30 years later, just on the street, would know the song. And they do. So that's our claim to fame.
Right, well, I'm with your Filipino fans because I adore it. I think it's a great song. I absolutely love it. Of all the big hair of any rock band of that genre, yours was the most powerful. I mean, it was the biggest, it was the best, it was incredible. It was incredible. Will we ever see a return to it?
Absolutely not. I don't think there's enough love. I mean, compared to what it was insane. But you know what? That was natural.
So good.
It wasn't even like, that was just natural curl. And yeah, I'd get into an elevator with a bunch of old ladies and they'd all be tugging at my hair. Like, people liked it. It was hilarious. But, you know.
Good. And you had Judge Beverly Hills Reinhold in your music video. What's all that about?
Well, that's right. He was a friend. The guy that directed the video was doing some sort of feature film where Judge Reinhold was in it. And the lady that plays the mother is, I need to get this right. She's an actress in her own right, but she is Kiefer Sutherland's mother.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. And so Judge Reinhold, I guess he was working with this video producer, and he was like, oh, I'm making this video in Canada. Would you like to be in it? And I guess he was like, yeah, sure, I'd love to be in it. And so we never met him, never talked to him, just, you know, it all happens separately.
So good.
Okay, cool. Again,
so random, but so great.
Yeah, we're so ridiculously like not involved in any of that. We're like, yeah. I remember that whole thing. Like we thought, we should maybe go to the final edit and at least see like what's in it. Like, you know, maybe we don't like a few shots. And they were just like, nah, it's fine. And we go, okay, it's fine.
That's brilliant. Look, I'm going to throw up a little quick clip of Honestly here. Check it out.
Sure.